All right, boys and girls. So this is the guide that's going to be helping you with your moon pillow. And notice here that on this picture, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I set it here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What you're going to be doing is painting the shadow. So here, this is a new moon when the shadow of the moon is facing us. The sun is behind it, so we don't see the light. So that means that this first one is going to be very dark. I'm most concerned about this one when it's a full moon, because I have a feeling that some of you are going to paint this one, and then you're going to go to this one, and you're going to skip over your full moon. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is take a button, and I want you to put it on top of the fifth circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam! Just stick that on top. That's going to remind you to don't paint that one, because that's your full moon. Now, what we first need to do is get the edges on our moon, and this, I think you're going to have a lot of fun doing this. You're going to take this cup, you're going to dip it into the paint, and then you're going to carefully come over here and set it right on top, push down, and then lift. So now you're going to have a perfect circle there. It's so fun. You'll come back over here, you'll dip it in again, and you'll come over here, and you'll go like this. Now, I really don't want to see anyone going bing, 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 because you're not going to be able to line it up. You're going to end up with a mess. And these are going to turn out so wonderful. These are going to be pillowcases. I'm going to heat set it tonight so that when you take these home, you can put them on your pillow, and then later on, you can put it in the washing machine, and you can just wash it over and over and over again, and you will always have your moon pillow. So you'll notice that I went back and forth. It could be that your neighbor is going to be using the same. Be careful of each other. Let them go first, and then you can go and wait. And when you're finished, you're just going to set this off to the side. Now comes the part where we really have to put our thinking caps on. We know that the first one right here has to be completely painted in. So you're going to dip your brush into the paint, and you're going to come in here and you are going to start to brush. Now, something that I did notice when you guys were doing Mars is that some of you were really, really good at staying inside of the circle, and some of you, not so much. Some of you were like going, wah! You're like going crazy all over the place. Please don't do that. We want this pillow to turn out so beautiful and so wonderful, and for it to be something that you're super proud of. And believe me, this first one is going to feel like it's taking forever, but it's the only one you're ever going to have to paint the whole thing, because it's the only one that is showing us a new moon, because this is the shadow that we're painting. So right here, my first one, ding, I'm done. The next one is my waxing crescent. We're starting to get a crescent. We're starting to have some light. So I'm going to go like this with the side of my brush. And now that I've kind of made the line that I want to paint, then I'm going to go ahead and paint this whole part in over here. Boo, 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 painting. So what this means is that the moon has gone through its cycle. And now we're starting to see just a little bit of light on the moon, because remember, I'm painting the shadow. Now this one, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right there. This time, I'm going to divide it in half, and I'm going to paint this side over here. So I'm going to come like this, and then I'll come over here. Now, some of you might be wondering why I have a little thing of water right here. That's because if you're just feeling like you're having to work so hard to get your paint on your brush, you can wet your brush just a little bit, and it makes the paint flow just a little bit easier, which is sometimes nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aha! The little arrow shows me I got to paint this part. So I'm going to do my little crescent here. I'm working really hard to do this just right. I want to do a nice job. And now I'm going to paint that. Now, next one. Skip it! Don't paint the one with the button! That would be tragic! Because that's your full moon. Leave him alone. Now, I'm not going to continue because I know some of you are like already dying. You're like, Mrs. Hayter, stop talking so we can start on our pillow. I get it. But what I want to show you is that after you are finished doing your whole thing, I have some glow-in-the-dark paint. Now, I don't have so much glow-in-the-dark paint that you can go and paint in your whole moons. In fact, I don't want any of the glow-in-the-dark paint to actually touch any part of your moon, because this is going to be fabulous, just the way it looks. But what I do want you to do is I would like for you to paint some glow-in-the-dark stars. Now, sometimes kids are kind of like, I don't know how to paint a star. That's going to be too hard. Actually, you are so lucky, because the very brush that you have in your hand, or the one that I have in my hand right now, I'm dipping in the water, I actually am going to use the back of my brush for my stars. This right here is going to be the perfect star maker. This right here is your glow-in-the-dark paint, and I want you to see what you're going to do. You're going to go in the paint, star, in the paint, star, in the paint, star, in the paint, star. You're gonna binga bunga 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 bunga. And you can do this all day long if you like. You're just gonna keep coming back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, putting on your stars. Don't even bother doing this. Bing, 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 bing. Because the first time you made your star, all the paint came off of it. So you really wanna do this. And what's super cool is that when the lights get turned off, you're going to be able to see all of these wonderful stars on your moon pillow. It's going to be so awesome. Okay, go ahead. Last thing. When you are finished, if your fingers are dirty, we will give you a Sani hand, okay, so that we can wash your hands. That was all. Okay, we're done.